Hi, everyone. Welcome again to Real Talk with Coach T, Unscripted, where we will have real but raw conversations for us grown folks. Hi, we're here today with Real Talk with Coach T, Unscripted. We're in the actual barber shop with the fellas today, and the topic will be double standards from the male's perspective. Who wants to kick it off? You talked about marriage. I'm going to go with you first since you thought about marriage. Do you think every woman wants to be married?
No.
Okay. Do men give up more when they get married?
Depends on the man. Depends on the person.
In general, do you think men have to give up more?
Well,
You think what?
yes.
You think you talking?
Yes, absolutely. They get
Why? Okay. Why do you think the men give up more?
why? Because I mean, it depends on how long the relationship lasts, what you come in with. If it ends, man has to give up half right away. Right?
That's only if kids involved.
Yes, without kids, you gotta give alimony still.
If she don't work. So financially, you think the man has to give up more?
I just told you got more. You thought I said something different?
I mean, we give up. The thing about it in marriage is most men are going to do the most time away from the home. So we're committing more time outside the relationship. We lose bits of intimacy with our spouse. We lose some portions of the children's lives if there's children involved. Because of things we may have to do just to sacrifice as far as time to make money for those type of things. We do lose a lot when it comes down to that. So the double standard is the simple fact that, the man ain't doing enough. I ain't got my time. It's like,
I mean, and on top of that, also, you got to think about the security factor. So you have to be the security at the same time. Even though you out there doing all the work and doing all that stuff, you have to come home and you have to be the security on that stuff.
So security and provide.
So all of that is mixed in.
And what about the romantic part too? Because I know a lot of women are like, oh, you don't spend enough time with me.
Yep, you got it. After spending 34 hours at work, then you got to come home and spend the extra 7 hours, so you don't get no sleep.
Oh, what about the kids? Because women will say that they do more with the kids and they do more with the house, which is gender rolling, but
Yeah, which is general. So most of the time it's true, depending on the work schedules and stuff like that. So the father a lot of times only get the kids on the weekends to be able to see them and be able to, the days they have off. The women are there most of the time to get to feed them and do the stuff. Of course they nurture.
so yeah, they're more close.
So yeah.
So what about, there was this situation where, as a therapist that I say, because I notice women get mad because they feel like the men don't have to give up anything. And I said, men they actually know their respectable space and time for themselves. So if you play basketball every Friday before you got married, you're probably still going to do that after you got married. And women feel like y'all get to move around and still do what y'all want to do while they suffer.
It'll work vice versa, because if they doing whatever they were doing on their day, then they can still get that day. They just have to schedule it according to each other's schedule. So if he got Friday, she got Saturday or Sunday, whichever day it is, right?
I think women give up their, like you just said, they give up that thinking that that's what they're supposed to do, and then that's why they become mad at the man because he didn't give it up.
We don't. I think as men, we don't want you to give up that. We want you to still have your friends and do the things that you normally would do with them. But, at a certain point, a certain instance, you outgrow certain friends, right? So you have to understand that if you got single buddies, you can't hang out with your single buddies no more, because that's just a thing that...
Oh my God, that is a double standard.
It's not really,
because do you hang with your single buddies?
I don't have any.
Oh God. So you mean
I hang out with all my single people. I only know single people right now.
See, exactly. So that's a double. You can't go and do probably certain things.
No. But of course, it's a maturity thing, and you got to understand it. So it's always going to be different factors. But if you got single friends and they're constantly throwing stuff at your relationship, you have to understand. You have to be able to see that. So a lot of people don't see that.
That's true. What about what's the definition of a man to you, out of curiosity? What defines the man?
A provider, a protector, and a builder.
Okay, what you say? I'm gonna come down here to y'all.
A protector, a builder, and a provider.
That's a man?
That's a man.
Okay, what's yours?
He stole two of mine except one.
What's your other one?
We are multifaceted.
And don't forget the 2-ball and chain, too. Don't forget about that. That's
The who?
2-ball and chain.
2-ball and a chain?
Cane.
Cane, what's that?
That's
I've never heard.
genitalia.
Oh. That's-
The reason why I said
Yes,
because
you're right.
Because women find it hard to define what a woman is.
I
We
agree.
talking about straight gender. There's only 2 genders in the world. So
Now,
how
see,
you
that's-
gonna say
that
there's such thing?
actually-
That's the main thing. Because a woman could be a provider,
Yeah,
and a builder.
that's
Same
true.
token, but 2-ball and cane is the deciding
That's
of
true.
a man.
Now,
or a
that's
male.
actually-
But
I
that's a
agree.
point. So you add those things. That's the first and foremost.
But
You're
see,
right.
You say the difference between, but see, there's a difference.
She said, what is a man?
I said, what is a man?
Right,
Yeah.
she said, well, the man.
Right.
But you gave a definition of a male. You didn't give a definition
No,
of
I added to what I added to the provider.
Right.
I added to that because nobody said that.
Yeah.
Because again, a woman could be a provider
That's true.
and a builder.
Yeah,
But specific for a man is a man has 2 ball and a cane.
that's true.
Period.
That's true.
Esoterically.
That's what defines you first.
There you have it. So if you forget that, then we talk about transgenders.
Yeah, because
So
actually
please
that's in
don't go around
the addiction.
that element. We talking about this. We have to be for real, for real.
That's true. What about?
That slips out, and next thing you know, the trainer, I'm a man. I'm a man with a vagina.
True that.
Oh,
That's
whoa.
That's actually
I like
true.
that.
That's
So
true.
The players just got through saying that yesterday about, I don't want to say this person, well, anyway, stop. A person said something about that because a person that's gay said, well, she was trying to put her and her lover in the instance of a man and a woman. And you're not a man and a woman, you're a woman and a woman.
Right.
Trying to be a daggone whatever, but you're not a man.
True.
Every time you come in,
That's true. What about with dating? So do you think that the man should have to pay all the time?
No, whoever initiates the date,
Whoever initiated it.
whoever initiates the date should have to pay.
What about 50-50 then?
That's not, do I feel that? No. Well, I can I say something about that?
Yeah, sure.
She won't be on no day long. Her day gonna be awfully short
Why?
because you make on that one, but then when the person see what you want, you gonna back up off you and go get that one that wanna act right. Cause you ain't acting right.
But you'll be spending a lot of money on the first dates.
Oh.
If you, like you said, if she don't act right, you go to another one.
Yeah, you agree, because I don't spend money.
So do you date multiple people at one time?
No.
You don't?
No.
So how do you know when to stop? Like if you're interested in somebody, right? You just met
Well, I
them.
feel
Right. You met them, right? You just met them, y'all talking for about a month. And then somebody else sparks your attention.
But we're not gonna talk for about a month.
What y'all gonna do then?
Because we're gonna go get this cracking and we're gonna be around each other.
Oh, so you move fast.
Super fast.
Oh,
Person
okay.
I said, yeah, I move real fast. Yes, I do.
So that actually goes back to why that person said what they said. Then. I'm
Okay,
just
so
saying
that-
it. Yeah, that's where that comes from. Then now I get it. So what do you think about what he said? Because he's saying after we ain't going that long for a month.
Well, I mean, of course, a male is definitely gonna spend more money than the female overall. Unfortunately, that's just a part of a natural routine thing until you do become creative.
Yeah, but for the most part,
That's me determined by the individual.
A few dates.
I think that's me determined by the individual.
Compatible
Yeah.
with the person.
So do you date more than one person though?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's okay to date more than one person.
Yeah, as long as you are followed. Like I'm
Okay.
dating, I'm out here dating.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
That is the case, yeah.
Hey, can I?
Now, I will say this though.
What?
That does kind of, it does kind of pollute the situation a little bit. Because you never get a chance to know the individual while you're knowing multiple individuals at the exact same time. You really don't get a chance.
I mean, it's about weeding it out, right? You wanna
Yeah, it's
weed
about
out
weeding
the
out, but at the
person
same token, though-
that you want to be with.
But, so now we're looking at letting the other person's down.
how?
What you mean? Because
I'm getting to know you.
If I'm dating 5 women at one time,
Right.
they all maybe putting their best representatives out there, all of them. So if I make my decision, then 4 got to go. And 4 may be problems. 3 may be a problem. 1 may be a problem. See what I'm saying? And that's just
Yes.
a personal opinion of mine.
That's true.
And it's up
That's
to
up to
personal
you.
choice then.
That's up to you. You know what
But
I'm saying?
then that's why some people don't choose because they selfish.
Yeah, I don't think you can or you should date multiple people. Too many options is really none.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be some things you don't like about every woman that you date. But it's like you should decide on who you're willing to be serious with.
So how you gonna know that without dating multiple people? That
Oh,
was the
yes.
whole purpose of it, right?
Because you know whether or not you want to deal with this woman out the gate.
How do you know that though?
Come on, man.
That's a representative.
Hold on.
You have to
Compatibility.
spend
Here you
some
go.
time
Watch
with the
this.
person to understand.
Compatibility.
We're not saying it has to be 5, 6, 7, 8 dates. It could be the first date and you feel like I just don't vibe with her. So bam, you're done.
Right.
You're done. So then whomever else you go, you're gonna date, then you
Is that it? But is it
Okay,
like...
well, y'all might date
So-
multiple people then.
So the situation is this then. When you talking about dating, is it like you have...
multiple people?
Do you have are you already dating somebody and then you get another one, you find another one and you find another, so you have to be clear on
No,
the
if
situation.
you're dating, if I just became a single man, so now I'm stepping out and I'm dating.
Right.
I'm out here, I'm trying to figure it out again, right? So now I'm dating multiple people just to try to figure it out.
Met multiple people.
I met multiple people in different.
So you're not dating them until you
Right. So
decide.
now we're introduced. We're talking over the phone here and there. We having a conversation. Now we're going out to try to figure it out if we vibe or not. If we just don't vibe, then we just don't vibe. So we move on, right? Right away. So you don't have to stay there to try to figure it out if you don't vibe with the person.
But is that one at a time still though? Or is that all the same?
Well, I gotta challenge that
I'm just saying, you just
because
throwing it out there.
Be
well,
at the same time.
No, I said one at a time, because you're not taking all of them out on the
They're
date.
not together.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not dating multiple people at one time. You're dating individuals
Okay.
on your particular time frame, and they may or may not know.
they just all cross
They
over.
just all cross all over. So you're not really dating all of them. You interviewing one.
Okay.
That's multiple dating.
It may appear.
He's just redefining it
Right.
in a nice way.
Yeah, because it does.
He's making it sound more digestible.
Y'all know I'm being wait. I'm gonna be real quiet and wait because I want to go back to my question. I'm going back to you.
Okay.
You know I'm.
Okay. So my question is though, because can a woman do the same thing?
They do.
Yes.
They do.
They do it.
And shit,
Women do it more so than men do it.
Way more so.
Absolutely.
Oh, women would totally do it. Disagree.
Not y'all, but women can go out 7 different dudes every week, and that's 7 different dinners they ain't got to pay for.
Yep.
That's true.
Not including Leroy is buying her lunch.
Her work husband. Her work husband.
A worker or the one that gets intimate with it.
Oh yeah, her
I
side.
know all of them ain't getting intimate with
It
it.
all depends on her. I'm just
It all
saying.
depends on
Oh, that's a good question right there that you just said, because on the double standard that we did in the beauty shop, we said, why is it a woman, and the young people call it body count. So why can't a woman not have the same body count as a man and not be considered a woman?
Well, you know, and that also depends on the standard of the man too, because
How would you even know her body count though? Why would you ask that?
why would I ask?
Yeah. Why is that relevant to?
I don't ask nobody.
Oh, okay.
I don't get into nothing that don't concern me. Look, is your demo right? No, you laughing like I'm joking. Is your demo right? Because if your demo right and we gonna be a part of each other,
Yeah.
then this is what this is.
Right.
And then don't step into this if you want to move around in another direction, because guess what? Don't put no feelings in it, then.
That's true.
Because my feelings are already in it, and I'm most definitely gonna leave you alone.
Okay.
I'm done.
I talked to a lady. We were talking to each other for about a month and a half, and then we were just having a casual conversation. Then she was like, "Oh yeah, I have this one guy that we just real good friends, but we participate with each other. We get down with each other, and." We a month and a half into talking with each other, and when she told me that, in my mind, this is over. Like, if you still get down with him, if we get together, you think I don't think you're gonna still get down with this guy? That's just what's gonna happen, because he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna let up in trying to pursue you. So I'm like, it was good talking with you.
You need
That's true.
She's trying to get our perspective.
Okay, go.
You know what I'm saying? So she's not.
But she said something. I'm not against whatever. And I want to know why she said that, so I can.
Well, that ain't a part of the podcast.
Okay.
When the podcast over, I'll tell you why I said that. The therapist in me came out of that one.
I'm done. Okay.
I'm gonna give you therapy.
Right, give me some therapy. So you know what?
Oh, that's another thing. How do you guys feel about therapy?
Well, we most men to some degree, like in the barbershop, at this particular point, we are each other's therapists to a certain degree.
Okay.
You know, so we get a chance to just talk about, you know, some things personal, some things general, and then some people able to pick up things to help them out.
But are you transparent?
Most times.
Okay.
I believe most
Do you
times
think
we
that
are.
about you? Think that in general too?
About us being transparent in here.
Yeah. Because you know men kind of measure up, so they don't necessarily always tell.
But I think that for the most part up in here that most of the guys are transparent with each other because we actually trying to get answers.
Okay. So it's just the atmosphere. I'm sorry, of this particular barbershop.
Barbershop.
So what about in general? Outside of this one, if you work somewhere else?
Yeah, absolutely. People are hiding stuff and trying to, you know, measure up to the next person. But I find that, like I said, I find in here for the last couple of years that I've been here that we're more transparent than anything.
Okay.
People
Oh, that's
are
good.
actually airing their stuff out and then trying to really get answers to their situations and stuff. So.
Okay. That makes sense.
Therapy is, you know, it's kind of taboo
Yeah.
for us in a sense because, you know, we're supposed to be strong and things of that nature. So therefore, you know, it's better to talk amongst, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to just kind of individualize it. However, if it's something very personal and deep, then you may need to seek out that particular situation on your own.
But why does it have to be personal and deep? Just, I understand what you're saying about strength, but it takes strength to recognize when you need to be challenged.
That's true. Most definitely.
Right? So the one thing that's different with therapy is you ain't got to never worry about that coming back. So does it really make you weak to choose something that people say is taboo, or does that make you stronger?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I would say it does make you stronger because you're seeking it out. You know what I'm saying? The individual is seeking it out, you know what I'm saying, for their own approbations. But it's only looked at as weak amongst people who don't want to share, who don't want to expose certain things about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be a weakness of theirs. So they don't want to expose it in the public. They don't want to expose it to the individual because it may break them down. So therefore, you know, you make your own choice. Sometimes you get broke down.
Well, I'm gonna challenge that a little bit because, again, being from an all-male family, one thing that I have learned from men is that, you know, some things you're gonna hold close to the vest, right? Until you in a safe space. Like y'all created a safe space here, so you're open. However, and it don't have to always be that deep. It just could be that, man, I just need to talk to somebody I don't know, if that makes sense.
I agree with that. I definitely. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the individual how much they want to release to who.
But if you're in a position, like for instance, I use a pastor in a congregation. So the pastor can't talk to everybody because the strength, right? So where does his time come where he gets to be free to say what he wants? So who do he get to go to?
Go to his therapist or his wife.
Right, but that's why I'm saying therapy. That don't make you weak then, because
No. I'm saying some people believe it to be. That's
okay.
Therapy for in the black community. You know, that's how it's been. You're going to see a therapist, a psychologist. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? So that was the thing, but it's kind of like waning itself out a little bit.
Yeah.
To a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? Certain platforms are allowing people to be a little bit more open, and then and then you want to see how serious are they?
So women think too, it goes to feelings, because it was something that the young lady said. She was like, women are more emotional, so that's why, going back to that situation where the lady, you know, allegedly was hit, but it was a fake. But anyway, what she said though, women lash out emotionally because they want the men to feel something, because men either don't have feelings or, which I know that not to be true because I'm a therapist, but I'm getting it from y'all point of view. But there was something at the event that happened that The guy said something that always stuck with me. He said, when a woman cuts a man, he operates out that cut from that moment on. So you're no longer safe, even if he's with you. You said no too? That's true. Okay.
Right.
So that means she's not safe anymore.
Right, because they don't pay attention to your feelings. Like,
Right.
It's like you get to talking about how you feel about the situation or whatever's going on, and they glaze over that and start turning around towards them. So then it becomes their monologue and all that stuff. And once you get that, that's why we're so nonchalant. You say, okay.
Okay,
And we don't
that's
listen no more.
Most of the time, women are only concerned with how they feel,
Yeah.
and they want you to feel the same way. And we never will.
yeah, I agree.
We never will feel the way you feel, just like you won't feel the way we feel. But we don't try to get y'all to feel the way we feel. Y'all want us to, nah, I can't feel like that. I ain't built like that.
That's true.
And I'm okay with not being able to be like that.
Yeah.
It's like if you're talking to a woman, we're trying to break something down. Logically, we tell them what order to do it, and they can't understand the order that we're trying to get them to do it in. And then they get emotional about it.
And man usually don't even want to have that conversation because he knows you're not gonna get it.
True. So now that brings me to, do men avoid conflict with women because of that?
Yep.
Or real conversations?
Yeah, absolutely. What we talking about? Y'all, I don't want to keep saying y'all, but we don't
It's
just
fine.
talk to talk. Just yabba yabba. No, we got too much stuff to figure out. This ain't it. But we talking about, hey, that you talking about, hey, you ain't figuring out nothing. You just talking.
3 hours.
You said what?
3 hours later, we don't even have a conversation.
I agree.
We don't offer it. It's like it's over.
That's true. You're right. You're right. You're right. Harvard. So you think women harbor and men don't?
Absolutely.
But you think men don't because y'all operate.
I'm not gonna say they don't.
We do harbor on certain things.
Okay.
But that's not our makeup.
Okay.
We don't harbor over petty things. No, I'm serious. I mean, for the majority of the part, we are harbor over something that was glossed over that we thought was very serious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's the situation. But something petty, like, you forgot to take out a trash. Are you for real?
Yeah.
We're not gonna harbor over nothing like that. But
Okay.
if I told you something and you just keep it, I'm gonna hold on to it.
I don't think you should use the word petty though.
Well, I'm just saying. No problem. I mean, I changed the word.
I just think it doesn't
Minor to what?
to
Minor.
whatever, right,
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for us to get over something.
Right.
To keep moving.
Yeah. But is that because y'all process faster?
No, I don't
Or
wanna say
process
that.
without
I think
the-
we just process things differently. I don't want to say faster. We have a different agenda. We want
Okay.
to fix it. Y'all just want to talk about it. No, we talking about it ain't gonna fix it. If we talk about it, we talking about it to fix it, and then we moving on. But once we move on, we don't have to keep revisiting what we talked about. We don't need to keep talking about this.
So, in conjunction with that, like, men to certain degrees will work on the issue. Women will, in certain degrees, will not. And then they'll bring that issue back up. Like, wait a minute, why are you bringing it back up? I'm working on it, and you ain't done nothing towards it at all.
I do hear that a lot in therapy
That happens a lot.
with couples.
I
Yeah.
think women want to work on your issues.
Right.
Disregard theirs.
I agree. I agree with that.
Don't come to them with nothing. Don't you tell ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yes.
But they know it is.
That's true.
But you can't tell them, hey, this is what you need to work. And you don't even bring it to them like you say, hey, I'm having problems with. You don't say you crazy, something wrong.
Right,
you say,
right.
hey, I got some issues with the way
Where
this
this-
is going
yeah.
on. But no, okay.
Now that is true. I'm a vouch for that because as a therapist doing couple counseling, and me being a woman, the woman automatically thinks that I'm about to side with her because, I'm a woman.
Exactly.
Not knowing my background. So there's a balance with me, professionally and personally. Women do tend to be like, well, he did this and he need to work on this and da-da-da-da-da. In a marriage or relationship, whatever, it'd be better if he do this. But women truly don't always want to do what they want to do. I mean, what you want them to do.
Right.
Because they think you're wrong. So they feel valid.
So, I was in an Uber a few years ago on my way to my girl's house. and we had a few words with him. The Uber driver told me something that stuck with me for the longest. I shared it with the guys. And he told me about the 4 C's. And the 4 C's is, he say, never do these, and this is where problems lie. Compare, compete, criticize or critique, and complain.
Okay.
All those things women keep in their arsenal.
Say it one more time again.
Comparing,
Yep.
competing or challenging,
Yeah.
criticizing or critiquing, and complaining.
That's true.
All
I like
4
that.
of those things they keep
They do
ready
that.
to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're trying to solve these things right here. Why should I be competing with you?
Yeah.
Why should we be comparing ourselves and our things and issues to each other?
Well, what about, because I can hear, hello, I can hear a woman right now, because I'm thinking of a situation where her husband, or she feels her husband, right? Because some men, not all, are jealous if a woman makes more. You don't care if they make more. No, you're fine.
I just want to be quiet. I want to listen because I really want to learn, honestly.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what they all said because I got a while out of that. Believe me, I'm the one that's why I said that to you.
Judge.
Because I want to
Love my woman
Yeah.
to make more money.
I want to understand.
You said you'll love,
I push that agenda because I'm a man. I think, first of all, as a man, you take care of your own self. As long as you take care of your own self and you can handle yourself, it don't matter how much money she makes.
Right.
She's only still gonna give you so much of it anyway.
Whoa!
women are selfish.
What?
I'm not saying that.
Not full phase, but they pick and choose.
What I'm saying is she only gonna, just like the man, you only gonna share so much with him anyway. So you asked earlier about paying for things, right?
Yeah.
Now, men typically pay for things because it's just in our nature as a man to do it, because it's also what we've been taught as a provider, we do it. But if she want to take me out for my birthday and pay for everything on my birthday, then cool.
Okay. So the younger, I wish the other young men would have spoke on this, but the younger generation, because the 22-year-old said that nowadays women or young ladies date men who have mom issues.
Well, we got a new generation of men now. They're not the same as all the older men.
No, you're right. After 35, under 35, they look
Yeah,
different.
they over it.
Yeah.
So
They look different. That they're okay with being taken care of, because there's a lack. So I always say a broken man came from a broken woman. That's hands down where it comes from, right? So most women who broken too came from a broken woman, right? Yeah. So with that being said, now there's a lack of mothering going on in this newer generation, because the women are younger, so the grandmothers are younger, so they don't have time to nurture that young lady. And so now you're trying to raise a young man, right? And they're catering to the young men who become now this adult version who thinks that that's what a woman's supposed to do for them, if that makes sense.
And then what happens when we see a man trying to be catered to at 30 years old, 35 years old, and the woman's competing with him?
He ended up on the porch with his jewels bag.
Yes, I do think some women use leverage for men who need them in regards of like space to stay or whatever. Yeah. But they also use it as a leverage. And that brings me to another point then. What about, okay, you're with this lady and you had an apartment, she has a house that she owns. Mm-hmm. And you said, okay, we're going to be together, so I'm going to move into this house.
Never give up your
No.
Oh, dang, Lord.
Move over here.
So you gonna give up your house? You want her to give up her house?
That person get married.
We gonna
Yeah. If you get married.
If we get married,
we're gonna buy a new house.
We're going to buy a new house.
together.
Okay.
Either that or you put me on that.
No.
It's an option. If it's a bomb house, why would you throw the house away if it's already good?
Because it's not your house.
It's true. I get it. I just want to always be there right now.
She just said, because she got a building. No, you keep your building. And we're going to go buy another building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I
I'm
prepared
just throwing a
myself.
scenario out there. That's all.
So what about?
To do what I'm doing.
But he actually got some right. So I understand what you're saying. Even if you, because I've seen some people add some people on the deed. But the problem is you never feel like it's your home, even if it's a house.
She's gonna always feel that's hers,
Yeah.
regardless of the point. Whatever you do, however you change it,
But it's
it was
hers
hers
regardless,
first.
though.
It's
Tell the
hers.
truth.
My name on deed.
They would have a problem with that.
If my mama done gave me
What you mean?
A woman would have a problem with moving into your house.
Yep.
that too.
So
Yeah.
as a man, hell no.
Oh, so you ain't giving up.
Some people don't know how. We talking about emotions,
Right,
And-
correct.
And women don't know how to control their emotions.
I agree.
So when you say, "Hey, let me move into your stuff," you setting yourself up for the great chances of her pulling that card when she
Emotionally unbalanced.
2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning. You done
When you
bought
said she
everything
get
out.
mad, she.
You come in late, your ass is
You done
grand.
bought everything out because she said you gotta go. Hold on, I'm this out. No, you don't.
So what's the difference between y'all buying a house and a man paying for it?
If your name ain't on it, you ain't bought it.
No. What I'm saying is, she got a property, you got a property.
Right.
Y'all
Right.
decide to drop that and buy a house, but the man pays for the house.
Okay, you know who's going through that right now?
Oh, you're right. Okay, I got what you're
I'm just
saying.
putting
Yeah.
a scenario out there. So what's the difference between you moving to hers and she moving to yours? What's the
I ain't
difference?
doing
So
it.
the difference is y'all actually took the time to pick something together.
Right.
And
Right.
as you being the provider,
Right.
you decide that I'm gonna pay for this crib for us, since we are now reunited.
Well, I got
The other things the other stuff can become rental property now to pay for this crib.
It's a difference between leaving willingly and being forced to leave.
Yes.
I get it.
And you have been forced to leave before. See, that's the thing. No, when you have experienced that, you already know. No.
Yeah.
That's why you prepare yourself for when it comes. Okay, baby, I got this 7 whatever. You got that 7 whatever. You do that. I do this. Then we can come on in the middle.
That's true.
I ain't gonna go.
But I got a scenario because I'm happy you said that. So women tend to have the credit but not the money,
Uh-oh.
right? And I know I'm stepping on toes, but men tend to have the money and not the credit. So no, in general consensus, right? You good then, but. So you get this house, but you have to get it with both, right? Because you need the credit. And so the house in her name, though, because of her credit.
Her credit's better than yours.
Right. But y'all together. Now what's that like?
As long as you come up with a contract on the side of that.
Ah!
So whatever prenup or whatever side contract that you can agreement that you can put on the side to let them know I'm financing this crib, but the reason why it's in her name is because
Credit.
because of the credit. So this is how it's gonna play out in the long run. You have to put that in place because if not, you're gonna lose out.
You're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose.
Gonna lose.
The man is gonna lose. 110.
Do you think in divorce the man always gonna lose?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10.
I'll probably go as low as 8. But 9 is enough. 9 is enough. Clean up the house as low as 8. Because it depends on what state you're in. Depends on what state you're in.
I don't want to do all that.
The only man that wins in a divorce
I want to keep my.
Yeah.
Say it again.
The only man that wins in a divorce is a bum.
Agreed.
Say it again, Sean.
The only man that wins in a divorce is a bum. Because when you're done, you want to just get out of there. I don't want nothing from you.
True.
All that, give me half, you got to pay. No man wanted to do that, man.
A man and woman that ex-wife worked for 20 years and he won't work. And the 401k there? Oh, I dealt with that too.
Oh
They
yeah.
already got it where women are challenging the prenups. Everything is under duress. I was under duress when he told me to sign this. No, you signed that willingly because we said we're going to be partners. And what you come in with and what I want to give you on the way out, if it happens, then this is what it was. We signed this. This was the whole purpose. But then now they're allowing you to contest that stuff, and now men are really losing out because of that stuff. And I think that's ridiculous.
So do you think that
So look, when I
what's the way to say this? Because you know they're about men rights now, right? Father rights, that's the best word. So do you think women have more rights
Yes.
than men?
Hell yeah.
They have less accountability.
Oh, I like that. You're
Less
right.
accountability, and I'm not gonna say they have more rights. They unfortunately are able to take advantage of the privileges that this little movement that's going on. They've always had rights.
Yeah.
They've never not had any rights whatsoever.
Depending on what you have kids, then the woman nurture towards the woman. Regardless, if the woman has the kids, then it's better for the government. If the man has the kids, then it's a little different, right? So they say that 80% of the males that are in jail come from a mother's home.
Right.
So we already understand that. But when a male, they say if a man is present in that kid's life, he's only, it's like 20% chance that he'll go to jail.
About 30 years, 30%
Yeah.
chance.
So-
20, 30.
So the chance goes down.
Right.
Okay.
So the government knows this, and they cater towards the women. So that's why they give them government aid and assistance and all that stuff. Because if I can keep that, if I can keep those avenues open where I can keep sending your male child or whatever to jail, then I'm good. So I'll keep giving you this assistance. I'll keep giving you homes under Section 8 and stuff like that because I know what's going to happen.
That's a good perspective. I never thought about that. That's actually a good perspective. Yeah.
And that definitely is centered toward the Asiatic or so-called African American community. Because European community, they have a little more leniency in that situation when it comes down to their children. They'll give Europeans a little more leniency. You have more chances to keep Tommy and Bob can come back around. They have a little bit more chance than it comes to our particular community. So that's a tad bit different. They let them choose. That's
They'll let their
situation.
kids
But ours, it's totally different. So it's when it comes down to the law and that particular aspect of it, I think is unfavorable to the so-called people of color versus the Europeans.
That's true.
So that's definitely a big difference.
Yeah. So this is a touchy subject, right? I'm going to touch on a subject that's touchy. A woman getting pregnant, right? So the woman says, I'm on birth control, right? Because we know this happens.
Oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, I know it's a touchy subject. And she come find out she ain't on birth control, right? And she's like, I want to keep the baby. And you like, I didn't sign up for that. How does that go? How do y'all feel from a man's point of view that they just get the right to kind of take over your life at that point? Or financially, I'll say, at minimum.
Well, it's definitely a terrible situation for a man perspective of it. Because the court, the way the system is set up is going, the woman has more rights than the man. The man can't tell them what to do with their body because of, the different things that happens. But from a man's point of view, if we feel like that's not what we're ready, we already discussed this in the beginning, and we decided that you're on birth control and we're not ready for this, then I should have a say so. So if you decide to have the kid, I should be able to decide not to finance the kid or not to be around the kid if that's not what I wanted. I didn't want the child. So why should I have to take care of the child?
True.
If you want the child.
Yeah. And the comeback gonna be you should have worn protection, but yeah, you good.
Yeah, but you just told me that you were on birth control.
You believe it? So unfortunately, the unfortunate aspect of it is skewed because the people don't understand how the court system works and why it's working like that. That's a monetary situation right there.
Completely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different situation. And unfortunately, the people haven't come together to try to change that particular situation. Because you can change it. You just have to come together to do such a thing like that. Because the courts are only going to do what they can do based on what the law is presented. The people make that. And nobody decided to change it.
True.
So unfortunately, when that happens, and it will change, and then the women will be held accountable for the situation. So certain states are trying to do that.
Okay.
Especially some southern states, like I want to say Florida is one that may be working on something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna look that up.
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, that's fine.
But there's some states that are trying to work on the perspective if the child is not the man's, he should not be required to pay for it because we have situations where men have been in jail for years and had to pay to get out, and the child was never there. So it's like, what do you do about the situation? And how can the court even uphold this?
So, and then,
morally or legally.
well, and the flip side, the only thing that will happen, because I know a situation right now going on with that, they just court order them to pay it back, but they don't pay it back, so.
And they go to jail or whatever.
No, they don't go to jail.
No, they don't go to jail if they don't pay it back.
We'll go to jail as a male, but they don't go to jail.
Right.
They'll just ask them to pay it back. I know an older gentleman that he took care of a guy for 30 years, and he went to court and they ordered the lady to pay him his money back. Child support, he never got that stuff back. He died before he got it. They even
Oh, yeah, but on the flip side, men have to pay,
oh, for real.
and they go to jail if they don't pay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a double standard right there.
Big time though.
What other women trying to trap you in, Sean?
Sad thing about this whole situation, I think we led with,
Don't worry about none of that.
is it, did you lead with things being unfair for women, or is it double standard?
Just double
So
standards.
the thing is this is how I look at double standards. Women would be okay with
First you mad, I told her.
things, they're okay with a lot of things that happen to men that they wouldn't be okay if they happened to them.
I agree.
Like if a woman had to pay child support and still be in their child's life, they'll be like, this some bull crap. But because it's not them, they see nothing wrong with it.
I agree. That's true.
Don't call me when they need.
In most cases, a man ain't gonna really, and I'm talking about a man,
Right, I got you.
want something done to him that he wouldn't be okay, or he wouldn't want something done to someone else he wouldn't be okay with being done himself.
True. That's true. A real man.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I agree with that. That's true, because then men don't, like, they have to pay for a child that they can't see because the woman can play games with that. Or, you know what, because there are a lot of men who taking care of their, like, in my family, the men took care of their sons. So there's a lot of men who take care of their kids and they don't get no child support.
Oh yeah.
And that's the point. We don't even want it.
Right.
Like, man, go on, do your thing.
Right.
We good. Good.
Well, you know we ain't gonna get it.
They just want you to stop.
We just want the person to go away.
You want them to go away?
We want the kid
If
to
you
go
over,
away.
that's something different.
And we don't need you for none of that.
No.
We don't. I don't need your extra dog.
Unless you
I'm
just
gonna go out here and work hard
want
as
to
hell
give
to
me
make
something,
sure we
but
good.
otherwise we don't even ask for it.
Okay.
Like when I got divorced, I ain't asked for nothing. I gave up pretty much everything because I just didn't want that headache for them years. All the stuff I acquired, I could acquire it back.
True. Yeah.
And my mother told me if you don't, the type of, we was locked in because we had like 8 cars, we had all that. You know, I was locked in, so we gonna get on my nerves for the next 4 or 5 years over all these depositions and all this. I don't know that. So I got rid of everything. And she still ended up having to come back to me in the end to get me to sign off on everything.
Okay. Oh, that's true. So, talking about women, right? Do you think women put on the show to secure the man?
Some do. Some do.
Yeah.
Some do.
Like,
I think the age range and the profession and how they, how they carry themselves, stuff like that. Yeah. For the most part, when you get a woman that has a particular kind of job, that looks a particular kind of way, that's her obligation to herself.
Yep.
To try to get somebody that she's looking for.
okay.
And we see it quite often. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 6-figure woman. I ain't got time for you.
Yeah, but then that's where you mess up at because the same way you feel like you making 6 figures, there's a man out here making more than you and he feel the same way about you, so you shouldn't treat people that way.
Exactly.
That's true. True.
You don't want to deal with them and you don't want to have time with them. You ain't got to be ignorant or rude to them. You just smile and say thank you, sweet, and keep it moving. But most women in them positions, they let their jobs go to their head because, I'm a powerful woman, I don't need no man. I hate when I hear a woman say they don't need no man. We need each other.
Oh,
There's
yes.
certain things that y'all do that we can't, and things that we do that you can't. Because I ain't never seen no woman build a building yet. I ain't still up building none of these roads yet either. I'm not talking about the ones out there holding the signs, talking about slow down. That ain't building. And a woman ain't building no cars either. So I mean, you saying you don't need a man, but you walking around on the road, you living in buildings, you driving cars. And vice versa. There's a lot of things that y'all do that we can't do, and I won't even start to say, like, I don't want to do that stuff. To be honest with you.
That's fair. That's fair.
I definitely take more pain than you do. That's I don't care what a man says. You don't think on no physical, even on a physical level. Yeah, y'all take more pain than we do.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, any last words that you want to give the ladies for some advice?
Yeah.
What?
Learn them 4 C's and get away from them.
Okay. You got something like that?
If you want everything to work out, man, work on yourself.
Ooh.
That goes for everybody, the man and woman, because if you work on yourself, whoever you're looking for will fall in your lap.
Oh, I like that.
If you work on if yourself is together all the way, who you looking for will eventually fall in your lap.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
You got something?
And compromising does not mean that you're lowering your standards.
There you go.
It doesn't mean that you're lowering your standards. Compromising just means that you're working towards a goal
Yes.
to be with that person. And if you're not willing to compromise, then you're not willing to be in a relationship, period.
Oh, I like that.
Because the
You
thing in conjunction with that is like, you know, like my man was just saying as well, like work on yourself. I mean, you need to know what really ticks you off and what doesn't. What can you deal with? Because everybody has a quirk or something that you may not like.
Yeah.
But is it that big that you got to throw the baby out with the bathwater?
Yeah.
It may not be.
Right.
But you picking at that because what? You don't like it? Don't be around that particular time frame. If that man picks his toes in his room watching the game and I hate when you do that. That's what I do on Sunday.
Right. So get out my room.
Right, exactly. I mean, but that's just something as an example. But the same token, like, man, come on, man. It's gonna be some stuff that he may not like about you, but he's like, nothing for me.
Oh, I do have one question before we depart. Is monogamy a real thing?
It can be.
It can be.
Okay.
It can be. It depends on how you work on yourself.
And your mind. You know, you got people out here that just they spirits or whatever they just mind is based upon, they chase that.
Yep.
Well, monogamy doesn't always mean sex, though.
No, that's what I was
That's what I'm
trying to
saying.
say. Like,
But even I said chase that. I didn't
Okay.
say what it was specifically.
Okay.
You chasing whatever it may be.
so is
Yeah.
monogamy a thing if I go to work every day and I got a work wife?
That's what I just said.
Are we monogamous? Are we at the crib? But when we get home, we're monogamous then.
Yeah.
But when I'm at
Work.
work, I'm telling this person all types of secrets and saying all types of different
That's not
crazy
monogamy
stuff
at
to
all.
them.
Right.
And
So is monogamy a real thing?
I think it's real.
It's on the
I also think it's highly unlikely.
Yes.
So you think monogamy is real? You said-
90%.
Okay.
But it's highly unlikely. Don't forget that part.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Huh?
The ones that do mountains called monks, they live in the mountains. That's how likely the chance. You gotta understand what I'm saying with that.
Yeah. You only gonna be in the mountain?
The average man, you going. Cause I tell them anyway, like women, they break billionaires, so who are you?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Who are you? I mean, so any man can get caught up. You just got to put the white, that go back to the priesthood too. I'm going to use that real quick. It just depends on what type of woman you put in a man's face.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, an average woman, a man, like, I pass on you. But if you put somebody in his face
That he has
that he has a liking to, he see on TV, and he been liking her for years, and then you put in his face, he might not be so monogamous.
So is that just a crime of opportunity?
Yep. Unless he,
Because he's supposed to be monogamous.
I mean, yeah, opportunities get a lot of.
It's an opportunity. See, the thing about it is it going to turn into something or is it just an opportunity? So is monogamy the lifestyle or is monogamy a situation where you just broke it up?
You go to the club, I ain't looking for monogamy.
Conversations
Looking
for a
opportunity.
woman isn't that breaking them?
Right, because as a therapist, it's emotional cheating.
Yes, that's big time emotion cheating. Because we know how women are. They go off emotion. So if that man has her ear at the job and he's able to say all types of things that he wouldn't say around her husband, then
The door is open.
it's open. And she already broke.
Door already open, yeah.
Yep.
So when your wife or a friend or whatever tell me I got a work husband in front of you,
Oh yeah, y'all play rugby today?
Yeah.
take you out for lunch.
No, about all.
Oh, that is true. Yes, that is very true.
You're supposed to be at work at 8 hours and we at the hotel in the morning. I'm just being honest.
That's
man.
true. No, you're right. You'll be at the hotel with your work
Nothing
husband.
never happened. Cook your dinner for your kids, your husband. You there at 5 o'clock on the dot, ain't nothing happened. But all day long, since 8 to 4, we've been with me.
That's why women are better cheaters than men.
Oh, yeah, of course, because y'all cheating the daylight.
No, they aren't.
Y'all cheating the daylight.
Yeah.
Women are not better cheaters. No, they
Oh, nah, I'm gonna challenge that. What?
No, you can challenge it. But the thing is, men don't worry about that. They ain't always thinking what she out here doing. Women are always thinking what a man is out here
that's
doing.
true.
Yeah, I agree.
So it goes-
Even if they out there doing it.
Yeah, so that just goes back to, like I said, the way we wire. You may occasionally as a man be like, man, Well, you ain't gonna dwell like unless you just a weak dude.
That's true.
Exactly, son.
You ain't
That's
gonna
true,
be
that's
all
true.
day, man. I wonder what she. You got other stuff to do.
Shit, so when you put clothes on and go outside, they be like, where you going?
Yeah.
As soon as you put on clothes.
What's that on for?
I can't get fresh today because I want to. No, where
Look
you
at the
going?
long though. Yeah, that's the one I like.
Yeah.
Why you doing that?
And look, ain't no man gonna want to be with a woman who he thinks and suspects is out here cheating.
Exactly.
True.
But a woman, that's the way y'all raised. He gonna be out here. First of all, there's so many women to one man, so
Only if you want to go with race. Now, if you date, if you want to date outside your race, that's not true.
what's not true?
I had to agree with that as well.
Yeah, if you date outside your race, then the ratio changes.
Yeah, because we have to remember, our culture was created for us. We were put in situations where that was created.
Right.
That's where we get the swear term where we get the term mother effer from.
I think in the black
When you get the
community,
incest and things of that nature, those things were created for us to actually make grow. While they kept themselves to a certain degree where, so our women were made promiscuous, our men were made promiscuous.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a natural thing because it's, like you said, there's more women than men, but you're making a choice. But the thing is now, if we're going to think about like present day, the European has created a social platform, and the so-called European woman has told our women, you know what I'm saying, no, you need to be sexually free and things liberated and stuff like that. Wait a minute, we know you to be a mistress. We know you to be the queen. We know you to be the thought. And now you turn our women that same exact way because you think they're subjected to what? They got to battle with us. But our women have adopted that so much, now we're thinking that it's just a normal situation. It is not normal.
Yeah, that's true. You were asking the number skew. I said because I think sometimes in the African American like you said, the single mother syndrome and all that, that's why it's a limit for black women and black men. But if a black woman or man for that matter steps outside the race, the numbers change.
It gets higher.
Yeah, you got they become a little more even for a woman, because you know because they said there's for every 10 men. 10 women to 1 man. Right. So if I step outside my race, though, that number becomes different.
2, 3.
No, because
If
why?
I step outside my race, then my number gets even higher, right?
True.
So now it's like 30 to 1.
Yeah.
If I step outside my race.
Okay.
I don't like that math. I'm agreeing with you, Rob. I'm saying that when you say when you step outside the race, it's like, nah, it's still.
Still stay.
Well, but you still got more likelihood to meet somebody if that's what you choose. If you choose.
You can walk out the door and meet somebody, period, no matter which race it is. You can meet someone, now is he of your liking?
True.
Because people have such high standards nowadays that they don't want to compromise to bring their standards down just a tad bit in order to get into their level. Like people want to, like he said, like 6-figure people, you want all this stuff, but you're not offering that stuff.
Oh,
Or you offering this stuff, and now you want someone to step up to exactly where you at, but you're an older woman now. So if I'm going to step up to where you at, I can have any woman I want, but I'm going to take you now. No, that doesn't make sense.
That's funny. You said I'm gonna take you back. Like you the I ain't gonna even go there. I'm gonna let it go because I want nobody calling me talking crazy to me. Because some things, even though I'm a female, being raised with males has given me a different perspective. Right. So I do see, I'm more in tune with my masculine and feminine energy, where most women aren't in tune with that. So they, like you said, emotional. They react to everything, where men are more logical.
But then with that emotion, they react to everything. They try to act as if they have that masculine energy. Right?
Oh yeah,
They try to keep up the persona.
No.
So keeping up their persona and standing on, well, if he's not up here with me, then I just can't mess with him. And men, per se, we can go down the street, and if we see someone that we are feeling, and she's on the bus stop, we're gonna pick her up. A woman does that, she's not gonna pick her up. Pick no dude up.
You can pull over on the bus stop. Like, man, you better get out of here. Look at your car.
You are so right. That's so true. They're visual.
Yeah, definitely. We
All
all
look at the shoes.
definitely.
All look at the shoes.
Oh, yes.
First thing they look at.
Well, I appreciate all you fellas today for participating in this conversation. We're going to have to do a round 2. All right. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We would love to say thank you today for tuning in with your girl, Coach T, Real Talk Unscripted. Remember, if you have a topic or you would just like to be a special guest featured on the show, you never know. So go to all social media platforms, T Hill Consultant. That's THILLCONSULTANT. And send us a message. Let us know your topic and your name, where we can reach you at. You never know, you may just be the lucky one. Until next time, have a good one.